Amazing evening, Nigeria. Welcome to Update with Precious. Another beautiful day to talk about things really happen for inside our country. Always a pleasure to be with you and to bring on a matter that we concern things really happen for our country. My name is Precious Amy, and it always fits my belly to bring on a talk we concern our country. Welcome to the show. Today on a Friday, so I suppose get my Obonge people for inside the house, but I'll tell you the but later. But before then, we could just go begin touchlight possible matter then we be so we discuss this evening because now sharp now we'll carry come for inside this matter this evening. Well, just news where they reach us this evening carry am say the governor of Rivers State wey dem bin suspend Siminalayi Fubara e don't dissolve pension board wey be say Oga Ibas the expatriates head of state, sorry, the sole administrator being put, he don't dissolve am. What is going on here? I think say all the things where the man do now order from above. Why is it being undone? Is it being undone? Okay, we're gonna look into that matter. Meanwhile, what is wrong with Omoyele Sowore? Omoyele Sowore no one let Wike rest though, because he just a drag or a whole year see. A whole year see Nyesom Wike now they drag up and down like that. Because what is going on now? Sowore don't go bring her evidence. Say, make her show owner. Say, the money we get to do with Ogoni clean up. Say, we can divert $300 million from inside, use and build in hypercity supermarket. Haba. Haba. Why not? Well, we go look into that matter because you know, and there is still the dragon. Me still the dragon. He say how FCT Minister Wiki used $300 million meant for Ogoniland remediation to build supermarkets in Port-Harcourt. That's now we him in talk today. In fact, he didn't even post them. I go bring on the evidence. You know, I like to bring evidence. Not be me. He post them. And in paper don't also reveal the possible replacement or successor of INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu as they finger one particular man named Professor Joash Amupitan. We will look into that matter later on. If you remember, say earlier in this week, we hear say they tell Oga INEC chairman make he proceed on terminal leave. And for people who talk say, oh, now just matter. Yes, he still do some functions yesterday and all that. But then even people from the presidency, at least somebody from Wike's media aid even confirm him, say they just tell him make he go and leave. Say they not tell him to go on terminal leave. But we will look into that matter and I will show all the evidences. And I'm going to look at what gets to do with politics as obedient movement on the talk, say fairness and equity key to secure victory in 2027 elections. Obedient movement don't want ADC. Can't they tell ADC say Peter Obi no dey desperate to become president? So why it be say obedient movement go dey tell ADC this one? When it be say coalition supposed to work together. Tinubu government pay soldiers fighting Boko Haram just 1,000 naira per day to eat inside this kind economy. Now 1,000 they use eat per day. While army commanders siphon feeding funds. This, according to report, we'll also look into that report and how true it take be. Moving on, Enugu youths accuse Governor Mba of marginalization, lament heavy taxes, lack of basic amenities. Say they no get up. I think they say Mba been they do well. So what now happened? Police officer prosecuting NBA ex-secretary Chinedu Ago in Imo State is a fugitive under arrest. Professor Dinkalo don't reveal. Remember the matter where they say Imo State governor they use police to intimidate the former secretary of NBA because of say he criticized him or he critique him, right? Okay. Well, let's go on. Tinubu's government pays soldiers. Yeah, I've talked about this one. ADC orders coalition members to quit APC, PDP, Labour Party, and other parties. Then no more. You have to belong one place or be part of the coalition. Hardship, you're suffering due to painful economic surgeries. Tinubu tells Nigerians, "Spoken, don't worry. That pain will soon ease off very soon." Okay. All right. Moku move on. Then our economy has turned around. That's what Tinubu talked today. Say it don't turn around. Court gives NMA, Nigerian Medical Association, 8 days to confirm Nnamdi health status. Remember, say in people talk, say he know well and he will need to take medical care. If I made them relocate them to National Hospital, but DSS never agree yet. Bandits don't kill 5 worshippers, abduct others for inside Zamfara State. In fact, as they bury them today, not be small cry and worry, be people worry. Olubadan don't tell Tinubu say, give us Ibadan State before 2027. Now, we will define with that. School proprietor protests Edo government revocation of operational license. And then Dangote ordered our arrest, allows Indians, Pakistans into refinery, Nigerian workers. Meanwhile, Dangote group don't talk, say no, they don't do anything like that. Say they need to marginalize Nigerian workers. How we want to take no the one will be true and the one will not be true inside all these ones. Well, we could go look into the matter one by fellow. Welcome to the show. And joining me inside the studio this evening, now Oga Prince Francis Chilaka. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome. How are you day today? The white prince, the fair prince. How are you today, sir?
I'm getting better.
Oh, sorry, you're not feeling well. What is it? Is it malaria, or what's what? Which of them? Tell us. Because some of them get immediate cure. Malaria get cure.
I beg, send that one, make I take.
Now, just that if you go do waiting, you go do EFCC if you come for you, my hand no day inside.
No problem, let them come.
Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, let's get straight into the matter. Let's begin with this. Fubara's matter, since it's a very recent conversation. As we hear say the governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, don't dissolve the management of the state pensions board, constituted by the sole administrator, Vice Admiral Abod a cut a bus, right? Now, the decision was announced today, Friday evening, just this evening, in public statement signed by the head of service, Dr. Mrs. Inyingi S.I. Brown. The head of service where Oga Abbas just put in that just before you go. Now, Vice Admiral Abbas had inaugurated the board on September 12, just 6 days before leaving office, charging its members with the responsibility of reforming the state's pension administration for greater efficiency. However, Governor Fubara has now approved the dissolution of the team and directed that the functions of the board be taken over by the Office of the Accountant General of the state. Now, according to the announcement, members of the defunct board have been instructed to hand over all properties and assets in their possession to the Director of Administration in the board. The notice reads in part, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Siminala Ifobara, GSSRS, has approved the immediate dissolution of Rivers State Pensions Board. Consequently, in fact, make I not read too much. Make I just what's in this one mean, or God Prince Francis Chilaka. I'm not gonna read all the but what's in it mean? I think say them being there together. What is going on here? What's in this one mean, sir?
I said something that when you have peace and that peace is devoid of justice, you don't really have peace. What you have is peace of the graveyard. So no matter how they try to paint it all rosy and all of that, there are a lot of things that the sole administrator or the expatriate did that will not go down well with Fubara. And Fubara, you see, there's something about power. Power is something that if you don't hold on to it, you lose it. And you know that Fubara would want to consolidate on power. They would want to be seen to be in charge.
But how possible is that with the kind of deal, peace deal, where him and in your gang hold?
Well, the peace deal has not been made public. Until you make it public, you don't know what the peace deal is all about. So as it is, whether it's a peace deal or not, Fubara needs to survive. And in surviving, trust me, he's going to step on toes. So
just now when he starts, when he don't go to president, he reports himself, say, in there ready to do all the right things. Just now they want to scatter the peace, so they start already. Remember, saying go thank president for restoring him and saying not ready to make peace for the states.
Well, since if all the governors in Nigeria were going to the president for such things, then there's no need to meet them as governors. So you find out that no matter how many meetings he goes to, no matter what he tells Mr. President, don't forget that Fubara will still have people who will tell him, oh boy, now you're in charge, you exercise your powers. And there's going to be more. There's going to be more. A lot of things are going to. Don't forget that the State House of Assembly wants to probe the administrator and has been running away from it. So now the State House of Assembly is busy talking about probe, while Fubara will take time to consolidate on power.
Okay. So because we just the hope say this one no go lead to another round of issues again. Since if we say we get the impression, say most of the things that this whole administrator do in done with approval of the president and of course with his consent. And just now,
You
two
should
few
also
days
realize
ago.
that it was not democratically elected by the people. So he didn't have the mandate of the people. If he has the mandate of Wike and the president, then that's no mandate. And that's the truth. So everything he has done in the last 6 months can be viewed as an illegality.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's quickly run because we don't have time to other issues. Now, before we enter on the INEC chairman matter, make we just quickly go look with Sowore no just give Wike to rest because the way he just the handle Wike matter, he just the drag and like a pass my neighbor generator. It can't be like say there is more to the conversation than what's going on. Now, he don't accuse the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, of diverting the sum of 300 million US dollars meant for Ogoniland's environmental remediation into building a chain of supermarkets in Port-Harcourt, River State capital. If you don't go Port-Harcourt, you go know of Hyper City. They say Naim get them and say na from that money. Now, Sowore, well, I go bring you in waiting in the column in tweet where be say post them. Now Sowore, the convener of revolution movement, made the revelation in the post on his Twitter handle. He said the revelation is that thieving years of weekend, I say column, diverted 300 million earmarked for Ogoniland's remediation and development. Now reports indicate that Nyesom Wike funneled the funds into constructing a chain of supermarkets in Port-Harcourt known as Hyper City Supermarket. Sowore further revealed that the matter was recently brought to his attention or to the attention of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by the Ogoni delegation. Remember, say the governor of River State been lead a team of Ogoni people to go see the president just the day before yesterday, thereabout. So say this same matter, now them bring, go give up, go give the president, and president never do anything yet about that. Will they come on? Just go ahead. I will bring more evidence to show you. You know, so I like to bring evidence. But let me take a reaction to this first.
Well, with the things that are coming out, with their revelations and alleged um, activities in terms of financial misappropriation by Wike, I had expected that by now Mr. President would have suspended Wike. That is the right thing to do. If you say that Nigeria is corruption free and those working under you are fingered for corruption and you're doing nothing about it, then you're not fighting corruption. You're just deceiving everybody. So I think Mr. President should be able to be man enough to say it is time to allow proper investigation into the activities of Wike and suspend him as FCT minister. And let's see what happens thereafter. So these are serious allegations, and you cannot throw them under the bus just like that. So I expect that President Mohamed Tinubu would do the right thing, and that right thing is to suspend Wike.
A lot of people they talk say, I mean, sure already don't they take the matter a bit too far. I'm waiting some people they talk say it don't be like saying a personal vendetta. You don't they take the matter just a bit too far. Go just calm down a little bit. And then earlier, I think it was yesterday or so when he also come accuse the FCT minister again on another thing. Talk say he did the land when buy for 800, what I say now, 800 billion naira. Now he buy the land for inside Abuja and he pay in cash. Sorry about that, sir. I don't know if you're feeling a bit uncomfortable. And he said a lot of things. In fact, when he gets to do with the property where he say buy for those properties where he get for abroad, he said properties where he buy like $2 million. Say he can't give them to his children at the cost of $10. And say Wike don't vehemently talk, say, opposed to the fact saying do anything wrong. So anybody who gets evidence saying do something wrong, make them bring them on, make them see. And I could also play those evidences of wasting it talk so that they don't talk saying me talk. So just as we discuss this, what in all of this mean, especially at a time when it be say we they prepare for election. And when people they talk, say, oh, the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they make things very difficult for people in terms of the policies where we say get things very difficult. And then when they hear about the frivolities of people from your administration, where it be say he never perhaps comment on publicly or address Because Sowore, in some of his accusation, also accused the EFCC, say their ego eye be blind to some people.
If I'll start with the EFCC. EFCC has been more interested in looking for Yahoo boys and small criminals while leaving the political class who are ripping this country dry. And for me, it is shameful that a body like the EFCC cannot help to curb the height of corruption in the land. Yeah, the thing, anybody who says that Sowore is taking it personal, then that person does not love this country. You cannot say it's taking it personal when we're talking about the issues that border on the integrity of Nigeria. Unfortunately, Nigeria seems to be the only country where the oppressed will come and be praising those who oppress them. And they do it with impunity. So for me, whatever Sowore has about the FCT minister, let him put it out there and let the FCT minister defend himself. It's as simple as ABCD.
All right, so let's quickly.
Like I said, Mr. President should have the courage to suspend Wike for some time.
All right, sir. So let's look at a few things. First of all, the tweet where EBC Sowore put out. Now, make we read them out, make EBC for see the content, because Wike Aid also respond to Ram for that tweet. But let's look at the tweet first of all, where EBC tweets. Now, that's it there. Where EBC say the revelation is that a thieving Nyesom Wike governor diverted Itagamo $300 million earmarked for Ogoniland's remediation and development. Report indicates that Nyesom Wike, governor, funneled the funds into constructing a chain of supermarkets in Port-Harcourt known as hyper cities of markets. This revelation, which is being hushed, had an honorable mention in a document presented by an Ogoni delegation to official President Bola Tinubu at the Aso Rock Villa the day before yesterday. We will not stop until Governor Wike is brought to justice, or justice is brought to him for the unprecedented looting, killings, and destruction he has wrought in Nigeria across board. Now, Wike essay, Abi Media Aid, quickly also respond to this because, seeing they also this swift in responding to some of those conversations we get to do with him. Okay? So he responded, and here's what he had to say about what Sowore, or some of the accusations we Sowore they accuse Yoga. Make a look whether that's in tweets with that said, because the Wike Aid also responded to that. I think that would that be it? Okay, no, that's not it. That's it. Yeah, that's a tweet. Okay, so you can see the response of Wike's aid. He can't accuse Sowore, say himself no claim. He not deny the things and way BC or God do, but he accuse Sowore. He say Showore's son, 14 years, he talked the name of the school. He say he pay 54 million naira and all that per term, even though say people don't look and say, no, that payment na per year, per annum. He talk a lot of things. He say the school teaches students from pre-kindergarten through 12th grade in the functionally separate schools. Say cashivist Sowore, no be activist, na call him, is paying $163,815 about 250 million per annum as tuition fee plus 700 for iPad on his $700 for iPad on his 14-year-old son alone. No, that's how he is lavishing the millions he is getting from blackmailing people and millions of other grants he gets. Now, that's not the response we BC Wike Aid give to the conversation. And a lot of people too don't come talk, say, does it really matter? Sowore no be a political office holder. So does it matter what kind of lifestyle he lives, or what his son does or does not do, or what he does for his children or does not do for his kids? But let me take your thought and I'll go back to some other things you talk recently.
Well, I think the spokesman for Wike has not been doing anything. He has not been doing him justice. He has rather been rubbishing Wike too, because if you're a spokesman for somebody and the person is being accused, well, I expect him, being a very knowledgeable individual, I expect him to be able to come out and say, the things you're saying are lies, and then, present facts contrary to what Sowore is presenting. But he's just been on social media, writing all manner of stupid and useless things It doesn't add up. And it's unfortunate, but I really don't know where to place him. But I think we need to understand that there's a difference between when you're in a public light and when you're in a private light. Sowore has not been in government. Sowore is the torchlight of corruption is not on Sowore, it's on Wike.
But they say he gets grants from so he's accusing him of getting grants from his blackmails, saying they get international donation from.
Has he gotten grants from Wike? Yes.
So
has he gotten grants from the federal? Has he gotten grants from the federal government? So if the federal government is giving him grants, they then come out and tell us how much they're giving them and why they're giving him the grants. Precious, I need to excuse myself for 1 minute.
All right. Okay, sir. All right. Okay, so I'll quickly put up a video of what Wike said. Of what Sowore said, a part of the accusations we'll be seeing him make, and then we'll quickly look into them. But before then, make I quickly also look at how in use break down the Ogoniland siphoning of money. So in talk say, he say he say reports indicate that Nyesom Wike funneled the funds into constructing a chain of supermarkets here. He said, we will not stop until he's brought into book. They said what did he say? The hydrocarbon pollution remediation project, that is HYPREP, launched in 2016, followed the United Nations Environmental Programme's UNEP report that is the federal initiative tasked with cleaning up of the Ogoniland, of course, because of the aftermath of oil exploration and waiting it done for inside that place, which has suffered decades of oil pollution. And you remember that happened, that approval was given under President Muhammadu Buhari. And a lot of people come to say, wait. Since the government administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari, why it be say it don't take government this long to go ahead and clean up Ogoniland? I mean, is this something so difficult to do? Why has it taken so long? So according to Sowore now, this expose way he give now, and a part of the reason we make them never still clean up Ogoniland, because apparently, according to Ram, say they siphon the money and they use them for another purpose. They siphon the money for another reason. And that is why Ogoniland cleanup never did feasible yet, never even happened yet. That is what he is saying. And people are asking, for instance, how possible that one day say it go fit happen like that, and why it be say federal government will even approve the money itself, never talk anything about them, never hold them, and never hold the governor accountable or say something to make sure say the cleanup happen. Remember, say the governor of River State been carry some members of Ogoniland to go see the president just 2 days ago, and we hear say the renewal to begin oil exploration again for Ogoniland. Now part of waiting, the chief of that conversation will be say then get. But how do you begin oil exploration again in a land where it be say they still suffer environmental degradation because of the aftermath of oil exploration for their state, for their lands? Because the major occupation of Ogoni people are mostly farming and fishing. Most of the water, all you do on top. Plants no go feed, they even grow. The plants that don't die finish. And it needs a total overhaul and total cleanup. Why it be say that thing never happened? These are questions that will be say people they ask, and what's in it be say people they talk. So let me quickly play that video where Sowore said some very, very serious accusation will be say someone told me is a wicked.
The minister himself had lied on TV that he didn't have any property in the US, that the only property he had.
He as a matter of fact, say the president will be seeing you accused, Gongo self never even talk. He go, yeah, what's in the talk about the president? Don't be my mouth will talk about.
Lied on TV that he didn't have any properties in the US, that the only property he had was a property that was donated to his wife by the wife's father or mother. I don't know which work they did or they were doing. But in investigating further, we found out there were 4 properties in the name of the wife that were then donated. Listen to this. They then donated the properties that were millions at $10 per property to their children. So you buy a property for $2 million, you then give it to your children at $10. One of them was given at $100. So that was where they were caught. And we know that the Nigerian system is too weak to deal with those things. But honestly, the little I know about law, the territorial jurisdiction for that crime is Florida. Yes, it's in Florida, and we have written the Attorney General of Florida to ensure that the investigation commences immediately to unravel how the monies got to the US to buy those properties There are like millions of dollars at the time that the people of Rivers, where the minister formerly used to be governor, couldn't even afford clean water, good schools, and hospitals. So, further will get back to us. We also intend on pursuing the Nigerian side of things. We're still working on those things. So, but we want to thank Nigerians in the large numbers who have provided information. This is the first time that we crowdsource on finding information on a crime committed on Nigeria. People were sending information. We found hotels in Rivers, multi-billion naira hotels, hospitals, houses, lands in Abuja. There was a land in which we heard that he paid $8 billion and 8 billion naira in cash to buy a piece of land in the River State, River Park Estate. So all these things are not going to go, even if the president of Nigeria refuses, or the EFCC that has an eagle that has now tied his eyes. If they cannot do anything, the people of Nigeria will do something about this, because it's our resources that were stolen. Of all the people that are complaining about this, my calling Tinubu criminal, Tinubu himself has never complained till tomorrow, and he has spoken to the media since then. He has traveled abroad. He has a TV station. He has several radio stations. He has a newspaper, The Nation. He has never complained that I call. Why is everybody, what the Yorubas call Boromi Deleru? The man who was called a criminal has not complained. The rest of you are saying, why do you call? So let the man come out, and that's what I told the DSS as well. You have no right to take me to court on his behalf. He's here in Nigeria. Let us go to court. Yes, is personal. And if you come to court on his behalf, don't come and tell me that he cannot enter the door, that he has immunity, because he's my number one witness. All right, and that's why the man is not complaining.
All right, so but before I continue with that conversation, it's Sowore saying that a whole president, now will come become witness to a case where we say accuse and say be criminal. Come on, Sowore, stop playing. Why they talk like this? Yeah, what's in it talk? Say, may they not talk say he gets immunity because now he go being number one witness to answer saying be criminal. Come on. Well, I had to also make a clip. I think I made a video about this earlier in the day. I had to get a clip where Wike himself was denying about those properties. Did you hear those things? Those of on way they the United States of A. How does this work? You buy a property for about $2 million and you bequeath it to your children for just $100 or $10. How does that really work? What is Sowore talk? Is there truth in it? Because we're not just reporting this because of reporting. We're also reporting because, of course, we also get to check and then pick people's mind on how true or not this conversation be. So is this thing possible that he actually gifted the land and the properties to his children at $100 and $10? Is that even possible at all? Now, what's in the happen? Now, let's take a video of that interview where BC Wike gets with Sean Kimaloye, where in they deny talk say you no get any property. Waiting if say you talk about. Hey, Omoyele Sowore. Oh dear. I thought I got that video correctly, but I will try to get it properly next time, because Wike vehemently denied that he doesn't have anything to do with any property in the US. We'll get back to it. Prince Francis Chilakasa, make I let you answer this one first. Sorry, sir. You're really a bit under the weather. Sorry, sir.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I know the video you're talking about. But in truth, Wike did not say anything in that video. Because Wike has a way of not.
He said a lot of things without saying anything. Now, I mean, he said a lot of things.
He has a way of not answering questions that are pertinent to issues. He has a way of playing around with words, and he believes that this showmanship that he puts up would sway Nigerians. I keep telling people, Nigerians are becoming smarter and more vigilant. And so if you're a leader and you think that you can take the people for granted, it's just for a short while. And the people will not tell you, no, you cannot continue like this. Yeah, Sowore is saying a lot of things, and we expect that Wike will come out vehemently to say, no, these are wrong. But when you're found in the midst of a crime, when you're one who perpetrates evil or perpetrates crime, you would definitely not know how to get out of it. When Wike started attacking Sowore, he didn't expect the kind of war, the arsenals Sowore was going to come with. Because if he expected it, one thing I've made clear to a lot of people is that Sowore is not Peter Obi. That stomachs everything. Sowore now, give me one, I give you four. And that is what he's doing. And he's being consistent on it. So for that, I give him thumbs up. And, I hope that we can have other people who have patriotism in them that can come out openly and tell these our leaders, the gospel truth.
Okay, so the question is, we're talking about money because according to him, Wike himself, he said this thing no be now, saying that since 2008, now they talk about this money. First of all, he said that the money was, that he had the properties were gifted to his children by his wife's parents. Say in wife, na US citizen. Her parents, na US citizen. So now them gifts the properties to their grandchildren. And say if anybody talks saying buy the land, make them come out, the properties, make them come out, come show them the paper when used by the document and how intake pay for the document. So how is it possible that, he's come out in front of national television to talk this kind one, say truly he no buy any property, and then he come be say truly in buy them. How possible he did? You know, sure say just the sir.
You know that the moment you're a politician, your wife becomes a politician. Your children also become a politician.
She's an appeal court judge, sir.
No. It doesn't make any difference. When she tell me that she does not understand or she doesn't know that the husband has been, let me use Showore's language, has been stealing money. Does she, when she come out and say she doesn't know? See, that's the bond of marriage. When you marry a criminal, you automatically become a criminal because you try to protect that criminal. So that's why, if in the military, they say the wife of a major is a field marshal. So there is nothing the Wike is doing that the wife is not aware of. If you probe this matter very well, you find out a lot of our politicians, it is their wives they use in moving out money. Before now, you used to have different foundations set up by governors' wives. The moment their husbands become, yes. And those foundations were used to do what? To move money. Yes.
Yay.
But we know. It's not a matter of
a serious accusation, sir.
That's why you see, why would the whole local government chairman wives begin to go to abroad
to Turkey to learn how to be local government? I mean,
don't
want that one. Why you do like this now?
It's not the height of
like this. What's I forget? Then you go carry call. I don't even forget them. I just say no need to
carry that. Mediocrity. It shows you how shallow-minded those who make us leaders are. So if the wives of the local government and their chairmen are doing this, you can imagine what the governors are doing. And then they come out in public to justify it. Every thieving government official has a way of justifying the money they're stealing. And that's the truth. So
okay, so there was something very important Sowore said in that thing when he talk. Him in talk say the information then when they get. Now the first time we be saying Nigerians now they help, they give them information. And Nigerians gather, they give them information. What does that mean? Because I had a guest yesterday we talk say it go dey easy for Nigerians to help Sowore to fight Wike because they see Wike as person where be say they try to clamp down on democracy. So now waiting make. So do you think that that's the reason? Because I'm worried, I'm surprised that Nigerians are just giving him all of this information that are giving to him, if truly the Nigerians give him this information.
Well, the truth of the matter is that the people are beginning to think out of the box. The people are beginning to see, look, the political class, they are the problem of this nation.
The minister himself had lied on.
And so when people see that, people are looking for solution. There's hunger in the land, there's poverty in the land. In a country where people are dying of hunger and all of that, you have a minister driving an Escalade, driving a limousine. So what do you expect people to do? Even those in the civil service that work for them know their dirty deals. So they'll make information available. And you see, this brings me back to when Amechi will say that the political class are behaving the way they are behaving because the people are not stoning them. And I totally agree with him. You become a governor. There is no Nigerian former governor after the likes of late Samu Bakwe, late Jack Ode, that is a poor man. Mention one of them. They're all billionaires. And how did they make the money? Of the people. Ripping the people off to maintain their, affluent lifestyle.
All right, sir. Let me quickly go to play that video where Wike responded and spoke specifically about those properties.
I think I need to really go
expanse of land to.
It's okay. All right, sir. Okay, sir.
Hectares. Yeah. Is that what happened? And then you.
But on his behalf, don't come and tell me that he cannot enter the door, that he has immunity, because he's my number one witness. All right, and that's why the man is not complaining.
Is it your son that they said that you gave land to? Yeah, I gave expanse of land to 2,000 hectares. In Asokoro. Yeah. Is that what happened? And then you, what is the square meter of the whole of Asokoro? There are some news here. He said, please, I don't need to consider this. You just see them, people try to make all kinds of allegations here and there. Well, when they say that they rush me on an ambulance, I have a heart attack. But you visited your doctors when you traveled? Yeah, which doctor? Which doctor? What's the name of the doctor? Well, you just returned to the country. Look, I've never traveled. I have to go and stay a holiday with my wife and my children. For the first time, I went to Dubai with my children, with my wife, beautiful wife in that matter. I traveled with my wife and children to Greece. From Greece, I just down to London, enjoying my life, and because I know there's a lot of work, which I've started today. Two weeks flagging up and commissioning again. Come on, I need a break. You didn't go to the house you were said to have bought in the United States. With all the records. There's no record. It's not. See, that's why. As a government, when they pay bribe to people like Sowore, put all due respect, like Sowore. Put all due respect. If there's anybody who does not like to travel to America, it's me. Ask anybody. My wife is an American. My children are American. Their parents, my wife are Americans. For Christ's sake, in 2007, this issue came up. That, my wife, that's always my business. Let anybody show me where I bought a house, which I can't pass through. If my wife and the parents are saying, look, these are our grandchildren. We give this house to you. My wife, now they are teenagers. Hold it in trust for them. Let anybody in this world say, the money passed through, I can be, so I can Z. When I was running election, this matter came up. When my wife was to become found at the court of appeal, this matter, so all kinds of things. I saw they say, well, it had been found that Wike put, so they have what how many millions? That's an awful lot of property there. I want to ask yourself, can they publish it? No, it's been published. It's not published. It's not correct. That is show what it's not correct. Why they put this? This house. But is the house not in the name of your wife and children? What is my business? You don't know what your wife and children own? What I'm saying is this: they are all Americans. My wife are Americans. So, if they gave them a house, what's my business? I never bought any house. Million of dollars worth of property. You call these millions as if we are talking about thousands, which I can't pass. Who bought it in their name? You see, it is not in Nigeria here where you can buy something and you can hide it. You cannot buy a house of even $100,000 that the documentation will not show. Let anybody say, this. Look at the money passed through Nyesom Wike's account or it passed through his friend's account. See, let anybody say so. This thing they are talking about from 2000. The money passed through Nyesom Wike's account or it passed through his friend's account. See, let anybody say so. This thing they are talking about from 2008. 2008. They will carry it as I was a governor, as I was a minister. Nothing like that. It's not correct. But that's not my business. If anybody else, bring it up. It's not when I take a decision to do something. If I have to divert attention, you go and say, yes, I did this. Oh, he gave his son 2,000 hectares of land in Asokoro. I mean, what kind of story is that? Bring the document, let us see.
All right, so yeah, that's it. And I don't see the reaction we see Wike give to the conversation to prove say ain't no do anything. It's always good to hear from both sides, so that we will fit make an informed decision. But now so you take be like this, and we they hope to maybe the two of them will just down their tools and say, okay, you don't do it. Okay, make us settle. But however, Nigerians they wait to see how this matter will really take end. A lot of people, they expect President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to just ask Wike, at least suspend Wike, to tell him to just sit back a bit. People feel, say, in the dents the image of the president's administration, while others feel, say, no, Sowore, they actually do too much, because Sowore accusations and no get basis. So you see, now two sides of the conversation. Some feel, say, Sowore accusation no get basis, and say he just, they perhaps just threw tantrum with the accusations because he just want to get back at Wike. Now, waiting he be say, then they talk. While, others feel that he's actually doing a good job, perhaps out of vendetta anyway, but he's doing a good job to unearth some of the things that Wike don't do. We can't tell right now, but that's what they matter there. And we'll continue to monitor them to bring out the gist them with it. But let's go straight to that gist about INEC chairman very quickly, because there is no time. All right. So we here say we likely don't get an INEC chairman. If this particular report not anything to go by, I did not write it. I did not manufacture it. I tried to verify this before coming on board. Every call I put across no succeed, and I don't get any response. But I say make I still carry on anyway. We here say one Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan could likely or don't likely emerge as the successor of Oga Mahmood Yakubu. Now, this is what he looks like. Yeah, so that's it. So let's continue with the gist. Now, remember, so on Monday, Tori bin carry and talk, say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't ask Oga Mahmood Yakubu make him proceed on terminal leave. Now, for some people, we talk say, oh, not be true, go terminal leave and all that. I remember that even Wike's aide, in trying to refute that allegation, say, oh, Fobara lie. Sorry, in trying to refute that allegation, saying that, Sowore lied about that report, it's not true and all that. I think, let me see if I'll get that report now. I'll try to get it. Because in trying to do so, he even affirmed that indeed the president actually asked him to proceed on proceed on leave, but he did not say terminal leave. I think that's a response. That's a reaction there, if I'm correct. Okay, yeah, he said, you see, President Tinubu only directed the INEC chairman, Mahmood Yakubu, to proceed on leave ahead of his tenure expiration, which is on October 21, 2025, less than 30 days from today. Not that the president, asked him to go because he's angry. But a lot of people saying at the same time, now, this is what Showore's newspaper published. He said, Tinubu directs INEC chairman Yakubu to immediately proceed on leave, terminal leave, for betraying APC, set to nominate new successor. But this and the response will be saying Wike. I mean, Wike it may likely not respond this way if he doesn't also have inner information. And till now, I don't know whether by now he don't delete him. He didn't delete this post at least till early this morning. Delete him. So that means he's sure of what he's saying. So that is for those who think that because Oga Mahmood Yakubu performed some functions yesterday, so he may say he rubbish the claim, say he's likely proceeding at terminal leave. No, that's not it. Based on information we reach ground, truly, the fee don't ask him to proceed on terminal leave. Now, going back to the successor of Mahmood Yakubu, you remember I said we talk, say waiting caused the problem, or perhaps some of the reason we made them get and the APC know they happy, or the presidency know they happy with them. They say, according to the report, say the vex say he get to admit some new political parties. Will fit likely cause join forces in fighting or winning President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027, and they saw that as a betrayal, as a last-minute betrayal, as in one leave office. So that part of waiting make them vex. According to that report, not the main right time, I give on at the source. They did a video about the source and all that. It is out there. So this particular person now will be say, I mean, we all know that Mahmood Yakubu's tenure is supposed to expire sometime in October, November, thereabouts. So the part of waiting make indigo. Now since 2019, one of the longest, in fact, one of the INEC chairmen we don't serve 2 tenures full completely. Now be this Mahmood Yakubu. Some people will say he's really very lucky. Now let's look at the profile of this Oga Wibisi, then likely fit a point as the new INEC chairman. Oga Amupitan, a legal scholar and administrator with over 34 years of academic and professional experience. He be native of Ijumu local government area for inside Kogi State. In their marriage and in a wife, now Dr. Mrs. Yemisi Amupitan, and together then gets 4 children. Now, Amokweto began in academic journey for inside the University of Jos from 1989 as an assistant lecturer, and he steadily rose through the academic ranks, becoming a reader in 2023 and Professor of Law in 2008. Now, over the years, he has held several key administrative positions, including Head of Department of Public Law, Dean of Faculty of Law, Chairman of the Committee of Deans and Directors, and a member of the university's Governing Council. He has also served on the Governing Councils of the Nigeria Institute of Advanced Legal Studies and the Council of Legal Education. Today, he serves as the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration at the University of Jos. In December 2023, Professor Amupitan was inaugurated as the second Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council of Joseph Ayo Babalola University, thereby affording him affiliation with the school. Now, according to records online from within gather about him, he obtained his bachelor's law degree with the from the University of Jos in 1987 and was called to the Nigerian bar in 1988 after completing the Barrister of Law program at the Nigerian Law School in Lagos. Now, he went on to earn a Master Law degree or Master of Law degree in 1993 and a PhD in Law in 2007. So the person will be say they grand everywhere. And I mean, his areas of specialization include evidence, corporate governance, corporate law, privatization law, and all of those. Now, how Ibisi this man go fit use govern, we'll never to know. We hear say throughout in career, Amupitan don't contribute to research focusing on the legal frameworks for privatization, reform electoral laws, and reform in petroleum and corporate governance laws. He is an active member of several professional bodies, including the Nigerian Bar Association, the Nigerian Institute of Management, and the Nigerian Association of Law Teachers. Info for all of them. If Ibise truly then end up appointing him, or this appointment now they confirmed, because it's not confirmed, I can't confirm yet, but it is most likely true. But if it's true and they confirm him, he will be the next INEC chairman. Now, if we look at, for people if they worried, say, oh, the president's not Yoruba person, INEC chairman not Yoruba person. If we even look at jurisdiction, now the Southwest, now you don't suffer the most for people who never really get there, and the INEC chairman come from their place the most. I mean, we don't get mostly from the north. We don't get, I think, Morris will from the southeast or so, but we never, I mean, since 1999, we never really get, a person from the southwest extraction will work for a period of time like that. So we never know how it will take be and waiting be the mandate when it will give and make a use function. But with the hope, say, it will feel work in fairness and to make sure, say, you leave a legacy, because people they talk say not be just about being INEC chairman and collecting the position where they give you. Leave a legacy where people go fit come back to. Leave a legacy where people go fit, where you go they proud of, where tomorrow your children go feel remember you for. Because a lot of people they talk say, oh, person like INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu now, will he be proud that he's left a legacy, that he will be proud that his son comes out tomorrow to say, oh, my name is so Yakubu, I'm the son of Mahmood Yakubu. People go look and say, oh, your father was such a wonderful man. Has he led that kind of life? That na question will be saying. In fact, that now waiting the flood social media sense and waiting people they talk. Would he be proud that he's done so well and that's so we're going to do and legacy where you don't live. But we could just quickly stop there and rush straight to other conversations. Now, the Obedient Movement don't caution the African Democratic Congress ADC against altering its earlier coalition agreement with the former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi, insisting that equity and fairness in zoning will determine the party's strength ahead of 2027 general election. Now, in a statement today, Friday, signed by the National Coordinator, Dr. Yunus Tanko, the group said that it was disturbed by the ultimatum handed to Obi, stressing that he joined the coalition in good faith after wide consultation and public adaptation by the party. Now, quoting part of the letter where BC Yunus Tanko write to ADC, say, we are concerned as to why the resolution is now being altered midway into the agreement. The movement declared, recalling that the ADC had publicly adopted Obi's alignment with the coalition after the Anambra governorship poll. The statement added that Obi would consult boldly before responding to the ultimatum, emphasized that zoning the presidential ticket and principal offices would play a decisive role in ensuring justice, inclusivity, and nationwide mobilization. Quoting them further, it says, considering that the presidency is currently held by the South, issues of equity and fairness must guide such decisions. If the party truly aims to secure victory in the 2027 election. That's what Tanko talk. He clarified that Obi was not desperate for politics or political power, but remained committed to good poverty reduction, good governance, and reforms in education, healthcare, security, and the economy. His ultimatum or his ultimate mission, he quotes, is to Nigeria, to see Nigeria work. These were the reasons he joined the coalition in the first place, targeted towards good governance, which are the core values of obedient movement. Now, so then, right now, I don't know whether you hear earlier today, the ADC put out information, talk, say, make everybody join their party, leave, make everybody join the party, leave every other party within the, make sure say then join the party. And that one don't throw a lot of people off balance. That's a part of the reason we make it BC Guinness Satanko, they give this response. Remember, say, Erofai bin come and contact, say, oh, say the party give them the opportunity, him and Peter Obi, the opportunity, say, the fee they do it, they do, him in go the SDP, then later he will gradually join after the Anambra State, the off-season election, right? But just out of nowhere, according to waiting ABC, the obedient movement they talk, the ADC come out now, come talk, say, no, you know what? Everybody will did their party must make sure say they either did their party or they no did their party. I mean, that's publication. That announcement was put out today as they asked that the National Coalition have yet to resign from their former political. That anybody that is yet to resign from their former political parties do so for their formal recognition as party members. Now, the ADC spokesperson Bolaji Abdullahi said this. He said that the directive, he gave the directive after the party's caucus meeting that was held yesterday evening in Abuja, remember. In fact, quoting him, he said, though final order has been given to all members to resign membership of other political parties, the caucus was silent on the timeline given. Now, Abdullahi also disclosed that the party's presidential aspirant for 2027 had agreed to support whoever wins the primaries. He added that the party denied any interest in registration or otherwise, stating that the All Democratic Congress ADC was seeking to register as political party. Well, he talked a lot of things here. By the way, so I mean, some of the concerns where we say the obedient movement raised. If you look at it, I think it's part of what Dr. Kaj also regurgitated yesterday, or perhaps re-echo yesterday, I beg your pardon. Now we see re-echo yesterday when he talks, say, it be like say the ADC no dey sincere. Because if PDP don't zone their party, their ticket goes south. Because of say, it didn't look at where Muhammad Buhari don't do 8 years. And ideally, another southern, I suppose, day for the next 8 years. And the APC itself, of course, the next 8 years, then they stock for instance, I mean, the next for 8 years now, they're supposed they within the South. Why it be saying they had a coalition we won't take power from them to also zone their tickets? That's not the question. According to what Dr. Catch talked yesterday, he said if according to what article people they talk, say, oh, now actually we can make them no zone for 2023 to the southeast, make it favor Peter Obi. Now, Wike is no longer in PDP, or Wike is not even in ADC. Why is it difficult for Atiku Abubakar to say, you know what, we can zone to south, make it be seen as south self, so that it will not give like a Peter Obi and an Amechi a fighting chance, a fair chance. Him, Amechi too, don't talk him for inside interview. He talk for interview, say, wetin make him been work against Jonathan for 2015. Now, because of say, him feel say Jonathan was unfair to Northerners. Having completed whereas 2 years, and then went ahead to complete Yarada's other 4 years, meaning say don't do Yarada 8 years. So waiting is support, he complete the Yarada 8 years. That the ideal thing was for him to step down for Northerners. Rather, he insists and can collect the party tickets. And that party ticket when collect, then making him and other people, including Atiku Abubakar, fight, saying no, they must make sure say they deny him of the ticket. So if they denied him the ticket or the presidency because of that, why should they not at this time when they know say a southerner? Because whether Atiku Abubakar can be the president from 2015 till now or not, he supported Muhammadu Buhari. He was the one that led the NPDP to join forces with the APC to create APC political party at that time. Why? Because it talks saying no. For the sake of equity, fairness, and justice, it was only fair for a southerner, a northerner, to be in power. So if it was fair for a northerner to be in power at 2015, why it be saying no, they're fair right now for Atiku Abubakar to also talk, say, you know what, I understand the fact that a southerner, the president has been, Muhammad Buhari has been the president for the past 8 years. Because I supported power shifts in 2015 for 8 years, let me also support power shifts now. Why it be say it was impossible to do? And why is the ADC now acting like they want to hoodwink their members and to ensure, say, okay, if you need to join us, go now? Is it a subtle means to disenfranchise people like Peter Obi, knowing that a lot of them, they talk, say, oh, you cannot win a Tinubu without a coalition? So is it like a tactic to disenfranchise Peter Obi so that the election will be between Atiku Abubakar and Tinubu in 2015? And people will be like, oh, because we don't want Tinubu by all means, so no matter anybody but Tinubu, so let's vote for Atiku Abubakar. Is that what they're trying to do? Because this now part of waiting the inform obedient movement letter where we say they don't send to the ADC. I will try look whether over the weekend. I was supposed to do that last week. I was just too busy. I will try look over the weekend if I can also get Ogabolaji Abdullahi to be on this show so that he can also help us speak on this conversation. Let's even ask him, because if I bring and come the show, I would like Mokolofona ask him questions. We all like to ask questions here, right? I would like Mokona ask him questions. We say, and I go ask him perhaps about all of this and more. Let's even know what they're up to. But moving on to other issues very quickly, we hear that credible sources within the Nigerian army have revealed that shocking details of how soldiers battling Boko Haram in the northeast are being fed on a meager 1,000 naira per day meal, despite risking their lives on the war front. If you see the color of food within the chop, yourself, you can wonder whether na human beings now they chop this food or not be human being. Because I don't get, this is the food that they're eating. Absolutely no meat, no nothing. I don't know the protein in this food. This is the meal that left it for the day, according to the report. This now we see the BC soldiers really fight the take. Now, it was learned that Tinubu's government recently increased the troops' feeding allowance from 45,000 naira to 90,000 naira per month per soldier, an amount meant to cover 3 meals daily. However, the money is not paid directly to soldiers' accounts. Instead, it is sent to army commanders who allegedly pocket a significant portion of that money before arranging substandard meals. A couple of newspapers have carried this. Sahara Reporters and Clear don't carry this report, so nobody may carry them. Federal government is paying our commanders 90,000 naira monthly for meal. If you divide that amount, it's supposed to bring almost, to about 3,000 thereabouts in a day for feeding. How come they're eating so poorly? Especially at a time when it be say food, they're very expensive because of the economic policies. We don't make things very expensive, right? Now, they said the soldiers in the northeast and all that, that's what they're going through. The commanders are supposed to provide food 3 times daily. This means mathematically, the government is giving 1,000 as feeding allowance per meal. A soldier under the 27th Task Force Brigade in Guba local government area also confirmed that in Yobe State. Now, the soldier lamented that the food provided is barely edible and lacks nutrients that is required for troops risking their lives at the front line. That is the color of the food, the kind of food they give them. In fact, the soldier we talked to Sahara Reporters, finally, he talks, say, majority of the soldiers cannot even eat this food because there is no nutrient. Yet, they expect us to fight Boko Haram when they come. This is one of the reasons Nigeria keeps losing the war against terrorism. No good food, no strength, no morale to fight this terrorist. That's what in talk. Now, other troops explained that before the increase, the 45,000 naira feeding allowance was paid directly to their personal accounts in a month. So at least they managed the 45,000 naira, which made it about 1,500 per day, right? Giving them control over their meals. But the change introduced under Tinubu's government has left them at the mercy of the commanders. Because instead of paying the 45,000 naira feeding allowance to these people who fight per day, monthly into the account, they pay the increase of 90,000 naira now to the account of the commanders. And then the commanders now provide food for them, and whatever they provide is what they have to eat. And that is what the eyewitness said. So it be like say they are at the mercy of their commanders. Quoting that source, the source, a soldier who spoke, to Sahara Reporters on Anonymity, he said the generals are embezzling a large portion of this money, but we can't also write off the fact that allowance itself is also too small. Even the 90,000 naira, 1,000 per meal is too small. What kind of food you want buy for 1,000 naira per meal? We go help you chop well for person when you fight for the country. He said, what good food do you think 1,000 naira can buy in this present Nigeria? With the present economy, even our Marjorie, street beggars, spend more than 1,000 naira daily per meal. That's why another soldier complained. Now, these soldiers further disclosed that while the headquarters of Operation Hadinkai in Maiduguri provides an official food timetable for all troops across the Northeast, commanders in remote locations do whatever they like, often serving low-quality rations. There is food timetable from headquarters of Operation Hadinkai in Maiduguri. All troops in the Northeast are supposed to eat the same food, but because we are in the bush, commanders think they can do anything they like. That's what one soldier talk. Now, this revelation raises serious questions about welfare of frontline soldiers and the accountability of military commanders handling funds allocated by the Tinubu government, to fight in the fight against terrorism. This is really, 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 really very sad. I mean, nobody should go through this at all, at all. Very quickly, let me touch on, in fact, okay, yeah, what President Bola Tinubu said recently. Why would I do that without time? Okay, so President Bola Tinubu don't talk today. It doesn't Nigerians not going to calm down for inside on a sofa. He said, to many of you here present, today, I'm honored you be the talker for the Ulubadan, Ulubadan inauguration. He say, in fact, say no, say on a talk, say economy don't hard well. That the economy has turned the corner. There is bright light at the end of the tunnel. Your suffering is a pain of a painful surgery, but is now returned to the moment of growth and prosperity and awaits us, than awaiting the wait us ahead. So in all of this, President Bola Tinubu thinks that these sufferings and all of this, it will take time, a painful surgery will be say it will cure and it will do well later. So to the soldiers, maybe they get to enjoy a little bit more for this kind of food. Maybe tomorrow they will begin chop food will be say get plenty meat inside because this is a very painful surgery. That's we're seeing the president get to talk. Okay, we can move into other issues very quickly. Now, people for inside Enugu State, youths under the aegis of Nkanu Youth Organization, they accused the Enugu State governor of a marginalization of people of Nkanu communities, imposing hashtags policies on them while failing to provide them with basic amenities. They said they don't get a lot of basic amenities. I may not be able to run through that very quickly, but they said quite a lot. They say their land now home. Okay, they talk say their land are home to some of the good mineral resources. So it be say the country gets, but say it be like say they neglect them for a lot of things, and a part of which make them don't they speak out. Now, Oga Odinkalodo also speak up about the police officer will be say they prosecute the matter of the NBA secretary. Or former NBA secretary for inside the Imo State. As a matter of fact, it all say this particular police officer say na actually person wey be say they don't na fugitive wey be say in fact arrest warrants dey under im head na person wey dey use it do this work. In fact, he said according to Dinkalo, he say Itwa, the man Itwa from the legal prosecution unit of the Imo State Police Command, who is leading the prosecution of Ago, is currently under an arrest warrant order issued against him in July 2025 by magistrate in Owerri for deliberately flouting the order of the courts. So that's what you talk. So say this person said no suppose. I mean, I would have put up his tweet, but I don't have time to do that now. I thought to also bring this to the fore. Okay, so let's move on to other issues very quickly. I did tell you that African Democratic Congress has directed all its members make sure say quickly, then leave their different political parties where be say them be and join the party of the coalition immediately. I'll be putting up phone lines and for you to call very quickly. For those of us who want to be part of the conversation, this is time to be part of the conversation. I'm trying to see if I can get that done very quickly. Yeah. Okay. So, but before we do that, phone lines are open, by the way. You can just call the WhatsApp number 0817-029-4077. That's the number to call, 0817-029-4077. Let's go straight to Nnamdi Kanu's case, where the Federal High Court in Abuja today, Friday, ordered the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, to constitute a team of medical experts to ascertain the health condition of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, the courts, in the ruling that was delivered by Justice James Omotosho, held that the report from the medical experts should be submitted to it within 8 days. Because Nnamdi Kanu team, they say, he no day well, he need to go for medical, he need medical and go hospital. But the people where Holland will be, aka the DSS, talk saying no, say nothing do you, we know say nothing do you. Why talk say something they do you? And his team are insisting that, in fact, IPOB did already raise the alarm, and they said that make on no leave and make anything happen to Ram inside there because his health is deteriorating. So right now, the judge, in fairness, contacted say, you know what, to solve this matter, let's Kukuma call the Nigerian Medical Association as a body, make them come examine him, and let us see what is really wrong with him, right? And let him come up with a report, a full comprehensive report of his health status to know whether truly he need medical attention or not. And we look forward to them giving their report and then that happening. Okay, so that's about it. Phone lines are open, please. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversation we've raised tonight. 0817-029-4077. That's the number to call to be part of the show. 0817-029-4077. That's the number to call. Or you just click on the link waiting for inside the pinned post. The link will bring you straight to the studio where you could join us live for the conversation. Now, a little bit of drama, they happened between Dangote Group and their workers. As the Nigerian workers under the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, the ones waiting for Dangote Refinery, don't detail actions meted out on them by Aliko Dangote, the president of the refinery. Now, they say this was disclosed in a letter, of course, that was made public. Then talk say Dangote, they deliberately sack most of them, Nigerians, and allow only Chinese and Indians to be in place. Dangote Group don't respond to that. Talk say no, they still get a lot of Nigerians apart from the sack. But then let's see. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening and welcome, sir.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, fine. My name is Osazuwa Egovon.
Osazuwa, you're welcome. Do?
Yes, I'm calling from the United States, New York.
You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I've been following up your TV station. I've not been opportune to call in because of the time difference.
Oh,
I was at
apologies.
work when you're on.
Yeah, apologies. Welcome. It's good to have you join us today.
Yeah, you've been doing a great job. I get your alert. I'm on your WhatsApp page. It's been very very enlightening to always get updates from your end. It's good. Yeah, on the Wike's issue, I just wanted to comment on that. It's so sad. I am a house owner in New York.
How does it work? Can you bequeath your house for $10 to your son? Is that possible?
It's impossible. I don't know what they mean by that anyway.
So that's what people are saying, that Sowore perhaps is not sincere, that he's not saying the truth, because how possible is that?
I am not in Florida. I'm in New York. Okay. Different state. It looks like a different country entirely anyways. Florida is a place that I know 2, 3, 4, 5 colleagues that have moved from New York to relocate to Florida because it's cheaper there. It's Florida, Texas, people relocate from here to there just probably for retirement or for a cheaper mortgage or a cheaper housing than New York. It's just like from Lagos, they go Ondo, or from Lagos, they go Aboyi, go live, that kind of thing. That's the difference between the economy and the lifestyle, So basically, when I was buying my house in New York, do you know that I was shortfall of a certain amount of about $20,000? I now, my grandmother gave me a check of $20,000. And when I paid
so you're also lucky to have a rich grandmother like Wike's Wike's children.
It's not as if it was like, this is the point I'm making. I was supposed to cover that amount. When I paid that amount in, the mortgage did not. They said no. That how did that money come? Put in a bulk money. Yeah, you can't put in a bulk money from nowhere. They don't have a trace of how I've saved that money or which account it came from. It just came from somewhere. How did I get the money? I can't call it my income. They didn't recognize this as my income because of my qualification for the mortgage I was doing. You understand? So at that point in time, if you are bringing cash from your pocket for anywhere, it is questioned. It is questioned at the point of dropping that transaction. So I had to see a way to call it a donation. That was I was able to
use that. I mean, it was your grandmother's money, so it's as good as a donation.
Thank you. If it was a grandfather's money for in millions of dollars, that grandfather must have a trail of such income in her coffers. Do you know that the system will go and check who wrote that check and check her income too, and see whether that person can actually fund that amount is donating?
That can never be in Nigeria. Nobody gives two hoots about all that.
I'm telling you, right there, the way when they accepted my defense was that they went to cross-check the person who gave me that check and check her income.
To be sure that she actually legitimately affords that. Yes.
Exactly. Before they will now flag it, they will not flag it up as a transaction that is questionable. So when they talk plenty, saying so if a grandfather donate house, they give grandchildren, which that doesn't happen in America. They know that. That which grandfather they donate house, they give 1, 2, 3, 4 children. How? That grandfather was supposed to know a name for this America. Yes, it's supposed to flag up.
You know, a grandfather that is proud to have grandchildren that their father is a governor and a politician. The grandfather can go out of his way to say, this is my grandchildren. I love her too much. You understand?
There's another part of it when they talk say they are American citizens. So you know that way American citizens say they're supposed to get out for America.
Now you go tell us now. You know, say me, I know they're the Americans. I cannot tell.
We are not citizens here. I don't see whether the share house give American citizen here. I never see them. What does it mean by white citizen, American citizen? Those flapping and nonsense. You know, and then not say Benin they talk and say when about Benin do juju for you. If you carry that juju go they play for road. Say na motor where they call like baby, na go crash you.
Hey.
You sabi that parable.
I understand.
If Oba did whatever for you, and you went to go easy to go and play on the road because you are so confident that Oba has given you juju. That the motor that they call like big trailer and I go crush you. Now what happened to this guy? What is this media chat all about? Why is this so bragging? If you are a thief, everybody knows how you can't defend your income, and you are all over the place talking and believing as if president can't talk to you. You are messing up his government. You are cursing everybody. You are behaving like you.
But do you think the president believes he's messing up his government? I think the president, if the president believes so, he may have done something. He should do something about him. How about if the president sees him as one of his greatest assets?
It is cruel. That is why he's not talking. Because me, I think that if a Wike can use 13 billion naira to renovate the conference center, president should have a cut in that money for their election plans. That's what I'm thinking. That president is aware of whatever he's doing. It's just like he is the person that can be fronted to be able to siphon that money out of the system. That's only why he cannot talking in whatever he's doing, and that is why he had the infantry to be attending to media chat. Who you be? When the Abuja become a state that you will not be doing media chat, and all those idiots that come there to come and collect money, they will become there asking stupid questions. Look at just simple question that people are is what they're breaking his head out now because he threw his mouth to Sowore. That is why he's all over the place. Because he talk anyhow, he tried to behave as if he's too much, he's driving Rolls Royce, and as a government functionary here. If you can't government money, go buy the start ticket, you go refund that money. Because of you are driving Rolls Royce and you are all over the place and you are bragging about it when you have no source of income that you can prove to your name before you enter into the government service. It's so shameful. You know, and he had the cost to be costing everybody as if he's indispensable and the president can't do nothing to him because he used him to win the election. What does that mean? You know, if after all these things he did to Rivers State people, he did to Fubara and everything, you think people are praying for him? People are not happy with you. You should know. And keep quiet. Now people are even saying that Omoyele is talking, Sowore is talking too much. Sowore has not even started. If they open all of their file, that is why sometimes when I see Omoyele on the house standing and telling you that it's also military, they are carrying gold, I say, you governor Taylor, when did you become a billionaire? How? So can you query anybody when you just said you are also...
You know, saying all have been come out say somebody say get property for somewhere for down the US studio.
Of course now. Then how did you buy it? Did you earn the money government?
But now gossip now, it's not confirmed now. Now gossip now people gossip now.
Even the house we get for a village, that house is not a small picking house. It's not the hard salary can buy now. Everybody knows. So that is why you see them, they cannot even represent us very well and speak the truth because they are all like what that guy said.
But Ashimole na looter before now. Person will be say they are looter for people where before now.
Aluta will never join the clique where they collect money now. As they join, Aluta never end. The end, like the whole money. You not be talk and say join the PC and your sins are forgiven. So what I'm trying to say is that you see all of them that retired into the Senate and House of Reps, you see the way they go and mess up. They cannot hold anybody accountable because they all have skeleton in their cupboard, like what the judge said, that all the judges have one or two things that are in their name that made them not speak the truth. The same thing with all these guys. What are public is going to see? What public is going to arrest? When everybody will open your own book. So you see, we are all messed up in that country all around. You know, that is why I think a civilized democracy cannot correct that system. We need a rule like this guy in the military rules to come and correct this thing. Because with the House of whatever, even a miracle of president cannot do anything with this set of people all over you. You know, because we need a roundabout mind change and a change of systemic.
So you think
our structures wrong.
You think why should we call for outright revolution? Saying that the only way out.
That is well, my dear. Even if a president that is so competent like an Obi entered there, how is he going to control the state? How is he going to be in the ministry? How is he going to be in the parastatal? How is he going to be everywhere to correct this case with the human being that will work with him? That becomes a big challenge. So there should be a systemic change first before you can even have a leader that will pilot you into the correct angle to go. That is the problem of that country. We're so caged up in this damage that you know you're going to have confidence on. Oh, mountain. Look at this small thing that happened. Our president is supposed to call this guy and say, "Oh boy, go sit down first." But he can't say it. He just can't say it. That's the problem.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll try to be hooking up most of the times when I can.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure having you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Nice. Thank you. All right. Phone lines are still open. Let's continue to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversations of race tonight. I think I've got someone in my backyard. T.Y. Danjuma. I know say because I talk about your best friend, you go call. Your best friend. Because I know there is a best friend conversation, you're going to call. Tell them I have not played any video that is old video. Let them not go and do rubbish here because I go use encyclopedia right to YouTube. Welcome.
You remember what I told you some time ago behind the scene. So if you remember.
I remember, Joe, my head full. Waiting be that will remind me. Maybe go tell me again for backyard.
So just do what you do. You're not doing anything wrong. Just do what you do.
Don't mind them. They won't close this platform. If they close, I'm going to open another one.
They're not fit. All your sources, you put them out. Not be say, not be the manufacturer. So
see me see wahala.
So
no get sauce.
Make you no worry. I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about Obi. Say I go talk, and then I want to talk about your brother.
I don't say go talk about your brother, your friend.
9 day news now, is the newsmaker. Would they hear of him more than the president himself? Whether Naim be the deputy president himself, I don't know. But you
even
see,
Shetima, we even go New York. Self, and I not talk about the one they talk about.
But who they talk about spare tire? If your road they good, you don't need spare tire. You hardly need spare tire. Who they talk about? So they talk about that one. So Bob Marley. I remember a quotation by Bob Marley where he said, "You will never find justice in a world where criminals make the law." You will never find justice in a world where criminals make the law. That's a very profound statement. And I think that would apply to Nigeria. Where criminals make the law, just check. Just if you check, you go see them. Some of them will run away from America because they have issues. There are plenty. And they are occupying, some of them are chairman of Senate committee chairman, some are COS, some are governors, some are, there are various other places. So how you think say this kind of a thing not going to happen? Especially when the president don't tell us say there's no more corruption in Nigeria. And every day they hear all kinds of things. You know, it's unfortunate. If you watch Wike when Shemu Okimbalo they interview him, you go see say if you watch in lips, if you be a psychologist, if you watching lips and his eye contacts and all the things where the way they talk, you go almost say if they give him lie detector, say the thing will catch up. In fact, if they want Shemu Okimbalo, what he's supposed to do, now to bring cutlass for studio, tell us say make you swear, say what they talk like to.
This is the cutlass it is. I think swear. Say true to your God.
Say yes.
Why not they do like this?
Make you no give him Bible, make you no give him Quran, make you give him this thing, say make you swear, say this things where they talk, say not true. Because they talk as if say people don't know anything. You know all the things where they talk. You know why you no fit as the accuser? Why you no fit bring documents? Say see now my father-in-law and my mother-in-law now them buy these houses. Where did they do? And what in father-in-law they do? Which business did they do? Where they go? Did they buy that kind of property on a large expanse of land? They give grandchildren. They no give him. They no give him wife. Now children neither they give. It's a because we don't hear that story before when they ask him say the limousine where they drive. You say now papa. And people don't check him papa. The things when you talk about Papa, saying Papa will give impressions
He
of
said
Papa.
Papa. He said his father was a very successful man.
So if people don't do a rundown of him, Papa now, Papa profile, and they say a lie. Some people say Papa na pastor, and they talk some kind nasty things about his father and all that. So where you get this thing to buy a limousine? Where you get them? And all the properties where
His
you
father
get.
was a serial general manager. Remember?
In Papa, in the car where Papa no fit drive, it was his father driving a limousine.
But he said his father was. He said he started driving Benz when he was in the university.
For where? Leave Wike alone. Leave Wike alone. I looked at his picture in the 90s when he graduated, late 90s when he graduated. Well, there's a picture on social media where they did with his wife, and himself, where they just graduated from law school. Very handsome guy, very fine man, and your wife pretty. I can't just oppose him with the way it looks now. From let's say 1990 to now, you will see a rapid. Anybody can fall sick. This body not be the way we take care of your body. But if you see the decline, if you look at him and look at his age, that we know, even though there are documents now say falsifying age, I know that you don't see him. Say he did a lot of age falsification. But if you look at.
So are you saying that what he looks like now is not a reflection of his true age, perhaps?
No, if you look at his age now, you go wonder if he's still in his 50s. Someone who is in his 50s should look a little bit younger. But I'm not God, so I can't talk much on that. And anybody can fall sick, anybody. But with the kind of wealth that he has, and you think that with the kind of money when you don't acquire, say he'll be looking, like Ajebo. But I think he has stressed himself so much. And the way he's even looking now, maybe only God and I go intervene because he's not looking good. I think
it doesn't matter now, but uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. I mean, he may be very stressed out. He may be going through a lot. People have a lot they're battling with, and I don't think we should perhaps shame them for what they're going through.
No.
Can't tell what he's going through.
I'm not shaming him, but his own case is different from what we see. He is just stressing himself because he's involving himself in all kinds of controversies and things ordinarily that he should not even bother to put himself in. He's been fighting all along, all his life, fighting this one, doing this one, shouting, I'll kill this one, I'll do this one. Take life easy. What is all the need for that? What? So those are the things that are stressing him. Apart from maybe some other habits where they say get, that. But I can't go into someone's personal life. That is, but I'm just saying that the man has to take life easy. He has to really make more friends than making enemies. It doesn't pay him. Look at this issue. Sowore Yele go talk something very unpleasant, uncomplimentary about the president. Not you be the only minister where they there.
I should already talk say the president himself must follow be the witness. Now he be the number one witness for the accusation.
Waiting Yele talk is nasty. It's not good. You shouldn't have made that kind of comment. I don't support it. Because there's no basis for that statement. There's no court conviction, for what he said. But what is Wike's problem where you go to carry the drink Panadol for someone's headache? Because now he start this thing. Now Yele now don't bust his ass. Where you see somebody where they look for trouble already. They look for trouble. They don't break one hand. The other hand where you get, the man small made they break that one. You know somewhere they look for trouble. You say where you go ignore them. What concerns you with small boy? You go they fight them. You go they throw stone with them. See as the guy they take the rough, they take and they do this thing. From he attack Yele hit him. Then in aid, we never chop belly full. Come put him mouth inside matter will not consign him because he want to play the good boy. Yeah. So in since if he face Yele say he go fit win Yele. When the things when he was with Fire. In fact, Fayoshe's younger brother Isaac don't attack him. They expose him. So the fight now don't spread now. It started from Yele against Presido. Wike join put. Then Wike's aide join put. Then Yele face him. Then they're facing themselves. Fayoshe brother face. And so on and so forth. What kind of nonsense? These people don't get job with the good do. They talk nonsense. All that Wike said about that house and no house doesn't make sense because if they investigate the thing, that's why I read this quotation.
Okay.
In a civil place, once there are allegations like this is not the first time that this thing is coming. There have been allegations of land deals in Abuja concerning him. There have been some in Port-Harcourt concerning him. One person. There have been cases of land grabbing, accusations of land grabbing, and so on and so forth, and some untoward things. And when you ask the man, you just dismiss that. You go say, so what? What? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? If he's very lucky, if he's someone else that he said that thing about, maybe something else will happen. And what will happen? You go kill him. So the man, if now by now, therefore don't tell and say make it go rest.
I beg, just help me remain for the line. No vex. This person don't deal with sense. Make I just talk to him. Just be on the line. Hello, good evening, and welcome. Sir. Welcome, sir. Yes, welcome, sir.
Please, can you stop this, sir?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, my name is just April, so I think I'll be okay with that. Yeah, actually,
you're welcome.
Is it about the lies of your president, the so-called man that is your president?
Which lies? I don't get president where they lie you.
Don't play
I don't.
The one he said that one of his sacrifice followers said Japan has that Japan this visa whatever special.
Now yesterday I talk now. Japan don't vex say they need to do again. They don't wash and come off on a body like Pontius pilots. They say they need to do again.
Now, do you know what is actually going on?
Tell us.
Nigerians. I pity Nigerians that are diaspora that doesn't have documents, right? Because of the way the country is handling to and because of the myopic leadership in the country, a lot of students in Canada, where the country that I am, a lot of Nigerians in Canada, students in Canada rather, by the time that they're done with their studies, they have to ask them to go back to their country.
Why didn't they give them the privilege they give others again? I thought.
Yeah, because no, it's not only Nigeria. It's in Nigeria,
Indians, I know that. Pakistan, I know say the planes there. So
Pakistanis and Filipino, right? So yeah, if most of the students and most of even those that are not students that are here, they are facing a lot of difficulties because most of the time, some Canadians will come to me from this church and said, "Oh, even I have a lot of Nigerians that are looking for a job, and when you ask, do they have work permits?
They don't.
No, they don't. 3 weeks ago or thereabouts, I went the first time for me to attend a Nigerian event. And when I got there, I never knew that people knew me. I saw so many Nigerians that have helped in getting one or the other, getting a job, facing them out, in a place for them to work. And now, most of them, the system, the immigration could not renew their work permits. So there is a lot of willing.
So why how does that one can use concern our president now? Because me I say get better.
Sir.
Sir.
The foundation is faulty. Precious.
Sir.
Yeah? The righteous is going to suffer. Because the thing was for a Canadian court to pronounce APC a terrorist organization. You think it's just by play? So this thing is affecting a lot of Nigerians. And you heard the numbers of asylum seekers, about 8,596 Nigerians that they want to deport back as an asylum seekers. So there's a lot going on in the whole world, and this just Canada. I'm not talking of other countries. Does your passport have even value in Benin Republic? Your green passport, it has no value. With my Canadian passport, I can enter 196 countries. So so this charade that is going on in Nigeria with the leadership, whatever we call, and until I just want to say this. I hope and I believe that Nigerian youth, the vigor which they used about some days ago to make sure that Natasha Aboti returned back to National Assembly to take over her seat in her office, I hope they will use that vigor to come together and unite and chase these monsters out.
All right, thank you, sir.
That Nigeria is going down every second.
God forbid, sir.
It's not safe. We always call God in everything. Whether God has done what he has to do concerning every nation. God, just like the way people used to say that players don't build nation. Like people like Adeboye, they are all psychopaths. Look at the pastor that came out on social media said, person, governor sent 150 million and 2,000, and the man rejected it. For how many of those so-called the Babajios and whatever can stand their ground and say no? All is state. It's just because, he's my tribal person, he's a Yoruba man, and even in the church, and there are so many millions of people guys that have found themselves in redeem. Look at what is going on in Lagos State. Pulling down people's structures just in the name of hatred. The same country, and you think that the international people are not seeing it. I'm in Canada here. Even me that are here, I hear all Nigerian news more than you that are home. In a negative way, which is not supposed to be so. So please, I'm urging Nigerian youth. People should come together. The youth should forget about I belong to this party, I am Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, whatever. People should come together. Just the same vigor they use in bringing Natasha back to National Assembly. They should use the same vigor. Because these people are actually scared. Look at Wike rattle up and down. A bloody thief.
No.
So the thing is that, see, we know everything. Do you know, now, let me shock you. Do you know that Canadian government actually stopped Nigerian politicians from buying properties in Canada? Do you know that?
So why US not stop them?
US, because the reason, it's not that US do not stop them. And the reason is that, the previous government of Biden, was actually, Obama and Biden, they are the one that brought in these monsters. By going against Jonathan. So they are just playing to the gallery just because of their own selfish interest. Is it not just now that Trump came in, that things started unfolding, a lot of things are being exposed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night, sir. Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah.
See you, Danjuma. But before you continue, make a beg Nigerians. I don't know whether I want to make a poor libation for that. Make a go bring our special dating from Undoke. See, would they call him a dating? Be kai, be petesina. A dating would they call him for Undoke. Ma go bring special dating for Undoke. Beg on, I'm not gonna like the post. Not gonna like and share am. People should like and share before evil people will not go and do something else. Please, people should just like and share. Like this post, share it. And if you've not subscribed, why are you doing like this? Now there is God in everything we do. There is God. We're gonna subscribe. Follow us like in village people. Make we continue to the bring on a terrible they happen for Nigeria with facts. According to Refine, my brother man, he say empirical facts. Empirical facts only. I know they do them say here. Anyone who I carry, the one who I know they sure of, I go pay post who bring her for me. Sure, that say see I'm here. So that in case I question my integrity, more than person who that person say I ain't talk. Not be me, So please kindly subscribe, like, and share. I beg you guys. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, but you don't carry one where not the empirical fact now. You don't carry. Although you put question mark, the new INEC. The proposed
I put
INEC,
the sources where I see him now. I say as I talk to the Showore finish, when I say na Showore carry him, say see what's in the talk. And I say reporters, na in carry him. If they find the team, make they go ulam. Not be me. I know they joke. If you like say next time I'm going to put the headlines and make on the CM because I don't want anybody come to me.
Showore the quarrel with them and some of the things where you don't talk now, you don't say be like saying a line now in the talk. Be like say you don't begin to move away from facts to politics. But anyway, that one day by the way. I want to talk briefly about Peter Obi and then
okay, the ADC matter. ADC don't give an ultimatum saying he must leave anywhere where they join the party, and then the obedient movement no they take him. They talk saying no. That why they had for ADC themselves to get a proper agreement. First of all, they agree that it's after the Anambra City election that he can, take a decision. And secondly, they're supposed to take a decisive, make a decision about whether or not they're zoning. And things like that. They won't bring Ghana, make it cage so that if you join the party finish, they don't give her the ticket, will get choice but to support person who did the party and all that.
It be like say implosion will take place for ADC very soon.
Because even when I get Dr. Catch yesterday, the body language and listening the talk, not do like say they're happy with using the ADC.
Yes, because they don't renege from the original agreements. And I think Obi has been smart not to totally commit himself to ADC. The same thing with Atiku. Because you will be asking yourself, if not be say get something where they see, why have they not all agreed to Atiku, for instance, taking up the registration cards with ADC, L5 and so on and so forth. So everybody is bidding his time, guarding his keeping his powder dry. You see that in the meeting that was held yesterday, ADC meeting that was held yesterday, Obi was not there. And he knew because the meeting wasn't an emergency meeting. He would have known that the meeting was going to take place. But
he's been
he
out of
left.
the country now, you know.
Well, he left. But are you saying that he would not have stayed to have the meeting before he leave? Was there an urgency in his traveling? I don't know. But the point is that you can begin to read meanings into that, because some people are speculating that he's beginning to see that it looks like these guys are playing games, and it's become very, very clear that Atiku wants to run. Yeah, it's become very, very clear. He has made pronouncements, become very clear, because recently we're hearing that he was saying he has the wife from Yoruba wife from and stuff like that. And so you would see again that all those things, whether they talk, say it was Wike's fault, it was Wike this, it was Wike that, you see that it's not true. Because I have argued that if indeed Atiku wanted Obi to take up that this thing, he would have said no. He would have said no. No, let the South go, let Obi go. He didn't do that, because he still had an eye on becoming the president. And in fact, if you go back, you see that Atiku ran against Yaradua, President Yaradua.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the late Yaradua,
with the support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please, President.
Fine. Now, the late Yaradua, the general, the one in the military, Atiku's mentor. So people have said you can't, even fit in the memory of your mentor. How can you run against your mentor's brother? You didn't give him that respect. You ran. So you would see that. And if you look at the fact that from 1992 or 1993, Atiku has been running repeatedly, running again. Yeah, even he had to, abandon his party, sabotage his party with Amechi and all that, and went against his party candidate. That is Jonathan. Went against Jonathan, and teamed up with.
Because then he was angry that it was supposed to be time for the North, and everybody understood that at that time.
So that
at that time.
But that's not he was angry with Obasanjo. He was angry with Jonathan. He was angry with Obi. He was. It's clear. You can, reading through his trajectory, you can see a pattern that is established. You go wrong, go here. You go sabotage this people. You go wrong, come out. You go back again. You go come back. You go. That's not someone that you can trust. So I think Obi, everything Obi has been doing, he has been very, very careful. Because he knows these people, he's been with them. And people, when they criticize, they say, why is Obi, they hobnob with them and so on. You see, if you go to the Bible, you will see that God had to ensure that in the life of Moses, he planted him in Pharaoh's palace, so that he will learn the tricks of the palace and kingship and everything associated with the Pharaoh, because God was in future going to send him to that same Pharaoh to demand that he should release his people. So it's a pattern. So I don't see anything wrong. You have to know your enemy. In the military, that's what you do. You send intel, you send spies. You want to understand the strength of your enemy. You want to know their positions, the kind of armaments where they use and so on, where they're firing from and so on, their strengths and their weaknesses. So you can't do that unless you send someone or you integrate with them. So you can be better placed to deal with them. So I don't see anything wrong, with his the position that he's taking now. But it's clear to me that these people are not serious. They are intent on pursuing an agenda which is not favorable to Obi, which is not favorable to the South. And so I think that Obi is well advised to, have his plan B and dust up his plan B and plan C and plan D. because he will run. There are parties that are going to call him. There are platforms that he can run. And if he pulls away the obedient movement from ADC, forget about it. That's the end. They can't win. They will not win. But I think they are also playing into the hands of APC and those where they pray and they sponsor this kind of a thing to happen because they want to destabilize. The only way they can win is one, to destabilize, two, to rig, and three, to intimidate people and to use money. Outside that, and to manipulate the system. Outside that, there's no right thinking person will go see what's where they happen, and still want to go the same route that we're going. People are suffering. Well, I mean, look at the soldiers complaining. Some of them don't come here, show us, the kind of food that they give them, yam, tuba, what their location, what the ration, what they give them a day for them to eat. People where they go fight, sacrifice their lives. On top of that, you hear people they embezzle money, they chop their money. Go equip them properly. Then you go they sabotage them, and then you want them to win this war. How are they going to win the war? How are they going to win the war when you're not sincere? You don't have the moral scruples, the courage to be able to decisively deal with these people. It's a shame. So I again, I don't know. We keep saying every time we come here, we go they talk, but the same thing keeps happening.
And just help me hold your thoughts. Make I talk to Tony from your backyard. Tony from Chicago, welcome, sir.
Okay, Precious.
Sir?
I greet you.
I greet you too. Welcome, sir.
Yes. I would like to say that first time I'm in love with Atiku before, but right now, from all the things I've heard and seen, I think he's an enemy of Nigeria. I can't understand why.
Not be you been the talk, say make a Obi step down for Atiku. Not be you. I wonder, is this still you? They give you, even I say they don't give you kai for my village drink.
No, they don't give me anything. No. I just think, I can every year, every time you want to contest. You want to contest. Because the brainwash us that it was wicked that caused him to Obi not to contest. I've seen the figure, like what the Tukash said yesterday. Because the wicked is not in ADC.
So why is he not supporting Obi? Exactly.
Exactly. When you check, the headline ADC made when they came is now sliding down. Because
the energy they reduce, Seth. Yes.
Obi is not coming forward. Anything Obi come out and say, I'm not ADC member. My sister, APC, we start getting what we call COVID will catch them. But look at what Atiku is doing. Want to die on it. In fact, if I don't know how I didn't mean to be work with Tinubu to let Atiku don't win anything. Must it be him? Must it be you? If it's not you, that's why you spoil PDP. That's the reason that PDP is face what they're facing to because of this same man. He went and connect all of them. Obi has seen the handwritten there. Hey, this is the best that I want to be here. And there's no way Atiku and Obi will go for primary Atiku will not win. There's no way Obi is not going to give anybody money. Nigeria politicians, they love money. The delegates will have to have money. So there's no way Obi will face Atiku in primary. It's not possible. No matter how Obi tried to do it. Because Obi was not ready to share dollars. Atiku ready to burn dollars. So when they agree that we must not leave, they have cleared Obi. If Obi go out, people say, hey, he's so desperate, look at him, so desperate, I have agreement with him. So if I'm Obi, it's better you think wise because if Obi pull out from ADC, goes to another place to run, he might give Atiku or might give Atiku head up. Because one, Obi might have to northern state. But I think God will judge him because he's not the owner of Nigeria. And when it comes about your brother, Wike, sometimes the man need to bite low. He's not only politician in Nigeria that have eaten money. You need to bite low. All this media chat, you are bringing yourself to the eyes of the public. And that's why we went and looked for Sowore, Wahala. That's why we say if they use Wahala, they eat.
So if you're already on your own, jejely, can't go look for in trouble.
You look for trouble, you don't call you. I know, so you don't hold out for Prof now. You cannot say the more, listen, maybe next week I hear another one. Don't
It be like saying a single, they release daily single.
I said,
and all of them are back-to-back hits.
You know what Joe say? He said he happy for like that, bringing information out.
Nigerians are doing it, oh. They're doing it to him, I'm telling you.
The man is too arrogant. The way he talks. He's not the only person that eating more. That eat other people eating more. The way he talks is not good. And inside him, there are people that don't like him. They know how all your staff will love you. It's not possible. They don't know. Some of your staff will not like what they're doing today, but you don't know. They're leaking information. Information might be leaking from within his camp. Every day, come to media chat. Are you the president or are you the vice? How many times did you have made media chat? You come there, you brag. You get this. Being a maker doesn't make you to have a house of $2 million cash. Where does that one happen? The main one is coming out. This man don't forget anything they do now. Now we get you face now. And next week you hear another one. You come out and start denying. Look at what is the media people are saying. Talking about Sowore. Who is Sowore? Sowore is a government official. He's a government official. I will care about Sowore the way he spent his life. We care about Wike. The only thing why I know that your president can pay anything because of Wike, because 27, that's not in line. He wants Wike only. Apart from that 27, he believe Wike can deliver the stay for him. I didn't with Tinubu, but I've called him in order by now. But you know that losing Wike might be problem for him. That is the problem Tinubu has. And the money Wike is getting, if you check out, Tinubu cannot swear with the machete that he's not getting caught.
Why all of them like to swear with machete, Seth? I don't understand.
We know the fear Bible again now. They know the fear Bible now. They know the fear Bible. Any way it's that they use all this guy who machete, they swear. They go talk truth. You know? All this money we get the Tinubu don't know they get caught.
Now that you cannot accuse our president like that.
Am I accusing our president? The Tinubu can be anybody.
Okay, sorry, sir. Sorry, thank you.
The staff of Wike.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you, bye, sir. All right. So, T.Y. Danjuma, before I let you wrap up your thoughts, I have a message here. Somebody sent to me, I can't get his name. He said, yes, Precious, it is possible in New York if done legally. That is to bequeath your property to your child. And he says the issue is how the property was purchased and how the money used to buy it entered the country. The program is called Gift of Equity. The beneficiary must be 18 years and above with a source of income. Sowore can buy any property he wishes. He's not a government. And with good credits and good money in the bank, as long as the source of the money can be traced and it's legal. But he said he's a licensed mortgage loan originator of 28 years experience in New York City. But yeah, that's what he said. So he said that lawyers in Nigeria can also attest to this, that it's something that is doable. So you can gift your property to any immediate family member. That's what he said. So that means it's doable.
And that is not in dispute. That's not the issue here. It's not about the gifting. It's not about the gifting. It's the source. It's the source.
Or the gifting for $10.
Yes, not even then $10. The money, where did that money come from? Where's the source? If they trace the source, if they really mean to, that's why what Sowore is doing, whether he succeeds or not. But that's where's the source of? If you say that he was gifted by the father-in-law or the mother-in-law, whatever, where's the source of the gifting, and what are those people doing? So the system will be interested. So what Sowore is doing is to point to the government in Florida, to the state, that this has happened. Better investigate. Okay. So whether he has the locus to do that, I don't know. But if that is done, the Nigerian government should. I'm saying that the government should be interested in all the plethora of accusations over land grabbing, over land allocation, whether legal or illegal, and then a public servant, having this kind of issues surrounding him. Is your word against us? So it should be investigated. If you are running a government of transparency, if you are running a government that you say you want to fight corruption, these are issues that will be laid bare, if not for anything, but even for Wike himself, to clear his name. But the government is supposed to do that because there are so many issues surrounding many people who are in government, who are in public office. Wike is not the first person, but Nain go take in hand, go fetch firewood, insert infected firewood with the biter. So he look for Sowore trouble. So the issue that is here is not whether you can give. Yes, of course you can. That one is very clear. But if it is true that these properties were bought, who bought them? Where did the money come? Is it laundered money from Nigeria? Is it drugs? Is it?
He said they were gifts. It's not him now. Not gifts. They give the children now.
Yeah, so we want it proven. Okay. I mean, if he said yes, it should be proven. Because it's associated with him and his name and his family. We also saw gifts in Abuja, gifts of land and so on and so forth.
No, he said that's not even possible.
He said it's not possible. Yes. We want it investigated. That's why EFCC is there. That's why you have all those. Can you imagine if all these things are associated with Peter Obi and his family? Wouldn't it by now? Wouldn't necessary agencies swung into action? They go down swing into action. You don't listen. Sarkozy was just jailed for 5 years. That's the former president of the country.
Yes, France.
So Netanyahu has a case against him. You go to Italy, you go to Brazil. They have dealt with South Korea. They have shown even Trump that is there. They have demonstrated that yes, once you are a public office holder, you are accountable to the people. So these things are not good. They read them everywhere over the world, and people, if you don't clear them, people say, "Oh, ministers, they get ministers where they do this, where they rob this way." Wike is not the first person. Yes, you can claim that. Why are they attacking Wike? No, but now person where they see shit for a mouth. Now dog where they see shit for an eye, they don't say they chop shit. All dogs they chop shit, but I don't want to see shit for a mouth. Okay, so but let me just end with Obi. I just want to end with this quotation because they don't die. So you go. And there's a quotation by Oriental Times, and this is what they said about Obi. And I think it's very important. Talking about Obi, they say their fear is not just of Peter Obi winning. It is of losing the system that feeds their greed.
I agree. But it's true now.
Yes.
But so you see, that is where I have problem with opposition. You see, that's where I feel like opposition needed do enough because he gets a lot of points to use. If him now, as person way be say, for instance, don't become governor before, but can trace that there is no single property in the states that he governed that is controlled by him. He hasn't taken a penny from that state. And in the one of a kind amongst many other governors, right? It's a good selling point for him. And then you're with people who have done XYZ and all that. and they are fighting you and rubbishing your name. And you know if you find ways to go use calls them back. Use this one, say, you they fear me. I dare you, say I never take 1 naira from my state. You dare yourself, say you never take. Dare yourself, say you need a fear, make I take over so that you know go stop your choppings. Do you understand? So I feel like that's where I have problem with both the Peter Obi and the entire opposition. Or like, it's like they don't get word from out. If you were APC that had the records of Peter Obi,
they go sell and well, the whole world every day.
APC was such an amazing opposition. They were such a good opposition. They put PDP on their toes till they collect power for their hand. The entire opposition, all of them joined together. Peter Obi, they try as a single person, but he needs a team to help him better what he's doing. Because whether you like him or not, you know, say our people talk, say, waiting you learn, better person you use just gets. And the fact that he's a professional PR person, it also shows in the work he does. So he needs that balance. Well, let me end because the day is already.
Yeah, so thank you so much. No fear. Robodo, according to Yoruba people. Just stand the bam. Draw all this so don't worry. You know what they call Dodo? My people say in Kili can they clear Dodo. Ododo I read this thing, you go they look I know his head, you don't know the thing.
State, the Ododo why no the state.
No, not be that one. Come on, not be that one. The Ododo that I they stick to you. So make you say gidigbam. Now so they go to look you. They don't know the head. They don't know the tail. They don't know where. So nothing do you. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good night, sir. All right, Nigerians, that's the size of our package tonight. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you for joining the show. It's always a pleasure to have you. If you never subscribe to this platform, why are you doing like this now? Why are you doing like this? Not be DSTV, not be GoTV. You know they pay money. Why you no one subscribe? Just one click, you've subscribed, please. And then go ahead and follow us across all social media platforms at Precious INEC TV. We're there for everywhere. Subscribe, like, share this post, very important, and like the post so that we'll continue to bring on good news. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. God willing. I think I'm supposed to have a special guest tomorrow. I'll let you guys in on who the person is. I love you. See you tomorrow, God willing. Protect your mental health. So you see, Wahala need they finish. Wahala, especially Wahala we get to do with Nigerian politics and politicians. You know they finish. They'll be jolloffing in their house. This is Friday. They go get good nice up and jollof. You go day here, they think your life. So protect your mental health. I love you guys. Good night and God bless you. Bye.